Hi guys, this is Eddie and welcome to my channel. Today I am not going to teach you Chinese Mandarin. I just wanna sit here and be laid back and tell you my life story of being gay. You see, I have been a little bit demotivated. I haven't updated my channel for a couple of days because of all sorts of reasons. I first discovered myself as gay was in middle school, probably the first grade. I believe that probably in my 5th or 6th grade in primary school, I already found myself more attracted to boys. But I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I was just a little kid. It's more like appreciation. I appreciate good looks, but I prefer good-looking boys. So how I found myself more attracted to boys, it's kind of embarrassing to say and it makes me feel like psycho, but it's true. When I went to the restroom to pee, I actually had a desire to peek at their private part, and I just always imagine what different boys' private parts look like. It is really true. I don't know if you ever have the same desire as me, but anyway, it's just my desire. You know, when we were in middle school and high school, we became more curious about the body structure. You know, the little boys like to mess around in the toilet. I mean, they kind of want to look at the boy's private part and to mock at them, or like, oh, your penis is small and your penis is big, something like that. But for me, I definitely knew it was a different feeling because I really had a strong desire to look at that private part because I admire that thing, I guess. And that's the time I realized that, wow, I was attracted to boys physically in terms of their appearance or like sexual organ. I, of course, couldn't tell anyone about that because it was considered abnormal. I just kept it to myself. About who I really am, I think my family situation definitely affected me a little, or to some level, because they got divorced when I was quite young, around 5th grade, and that would be 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, I was never an outgoing person until I stepped into university. I was really shy during my whole teenager and my childhood. I didn't want to talk to people because I felt ashamed of the situation that my parents got divorced, and I was afraid of talking about this topic with people. And if when you were children, and some naughty kids like to joke around about your family, and if they knew that your parents were divorced, or even one of your parents or dead, like, I'm just giving you examples, they would just laugh at you, like being really mean. So I was really shy. I ate myself, I went home myself during the class break. I just barely communicated with any classmates, even my desk mate. But of course, yeah, I had best friends. I mean, I only talked with my best friend. And another thing is that my father didn't treat me very well when I was little. So he was like being really harsh to me. He was a very strict man, strict father, but the way he's being strict is a little extreme. My mother didn't get along with him. After my parents got divorced, I stayed with my father for around 2 years, and during that 2 years it was my nightmare. I didn't enjoy it at all. I wish that my mom could buy an apartment and just took me to her place and just left my father. I just didn't enjoy to stay with my father when I was in my childhood. I guess it affected me. I feel like in my childhood I just lacked the love from a man, like from an elder man. So like in school, I always admired male teachers who are nice, kind-hearted, and friendly. I remember when I was in high school, my head teacher was the physics teacher, and he really cared about me. Like I really liked my physics teacher. No matter where I went, I always admire people who were at my father's age but who were nicer. I just kind of like admire those type of men. I guess that's because of my insecurity. I didn't have a good child. Like I'm not trying to be like really pathetic or something. I just want to say that I didn't enjoy my childhood. I'm not talking about my life is the most miserable in the world, but definitely it wasn't a good memory for me because my father just degrade me, talked some awful things to my face, like I was the worst in school, something like that, and of course, he beat me as well. Yeah, bad memory. Yeah, I mean that affected me. I I wish I could have a man who cared about me, who showed love to me. Um, so after spending 2 years with my father, I finally moved with my mom because she got a new apartment. And after that, I have been living with my mom forever. And apparently, I am from a single parent family, and I stay with my mom. So you can tell that I need a man in my family, need a man in my life, and I lack love. I'm just this insecure kid when I was young. So my personality really started to change was when I entered university. I finally decided to make changes about myself. I was like, okay, Eddie, you cannot just continue like that, doing things alone and never put a smiling face, and just like isolated yourself from people. Like, no, you can't do that anymore. And then I volunteered to be the monitor of my class. Just in case you don't know what is a monitor, it's like in China, in each class, no matter what school you're in, high school, middle school, university, you name it. So the head teacher will choose a person who's in charge of the whole class. Like, so I volunteer to do that, volunteer that position. And then I had to develop my communicating skills with my fellow classmates, and it really worked. I managed pretty well, and my classmates loved me. And I started to become humorous. Like, I would never imagine in my childhood that one day I could actually break my boundary and became more outgoing. I guess that's like also a symbol of becoming more mature. So I am super grateful I had this experience. But anyway, this is just something not really relevant to the topic, but it also relates to the topic because when you go to university, it's the right time for you to find yourself a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and it's okay to do that at that age because you are already 18 years old. But for me, because of who I am, of course I don't like girls, right? As a matter of fact, I never had a girlfriend. I never had sex with a girl, and I didn't know how it feels, and I didn't even want to know how it feels because I guess I'm a total gay because I was not attracted to the female sexual organ when I was watching porn. I just focus on the male part. Yeah, anyway, I remember in high school there was one girl. Oh, actually in middle school, one girl, and in high school, one girl. Those two girls wrote me love letters, but I just feel like so uncomfortable when I received that love letter. When I knew that a girl liked me, I felt like a little bit anxious, like, oh, what should I do? Like, what if they found out who I am? Yeah, but in university, it was, they say it's the best time for you to be in a romantic relationship. Like, they say university is so romantic, you can have you can have a partner and then just do things together and stuff. But for me, it was always myself alone. I mean, I changed my personality. I'm happy that I became more outgoing and stuff. But for my relationship, for my lovership, I never, I feel like it was a shame. Like, gosh, when you were a young adult, you feel like you still can keep that as a secret. Like, nobody knows you're gay, and you still have time because you're just young, right? But now I'm already 30 years old, and it is the age to get married in China. And some of my classmates already got married like many years ago, and they have children already. And of course, my mom would urge me to find myself a girlfriend and, arrange me blind dates. But for me, each experience is really painful, and of course, I couldn't tell her about that because my mom is a super, super traditional woman, and she goes against the gay community and she thinks it's disgusting. Um, but you can't blame on her. It is due to the society in China, and it's just something you cannot change with individual power. And you see that in China, you cannot even have gay parade or stuff. In Asia, what I know is Japan, Korea, Thailand, they can all have gay parade. I'm not sure about some other South Asian area, but yeah, China, you cannot have gay parade, and China doesn't support gay rights. So yeah, that's why you see a lot of people are still in the closet like me, who don't know what the future holds for them, and I just don't know where the future will lead me. I remember a time when I was around my 20, 21, 22. Every time when I went on a bus and I saw the couples are being really sweet and romantic, I just secretly cried because I was asking myself, like, when you can get yourself like a boyfriend, you can also be romantic and be sweet. Yeah, I feel like so lonely. It's like I am feeling more and more insecure. I don't know what the future holds for me. So for me currently, I'm only thinking about how to make money to support myself. In my heart, it's just really painful because I really don't want to disappoint my mom because she is like so hardworking and she supports me since I was very young. I just don't want her to be disappointed, and I always think that, oh, what if I have a brother, younger, older brother, or even a sister is fine. Like if there are more than one child in my family, then I probably don't need to suffer all of these. Because every time when I think of that, I want to cry. Or sometimes I even imagine myself of being an orphan because in that way I don't know who my parents are. Like, nobody cared. I can just be who I am and do stuff I like. But reality just sucks. I am the only child because I belong to the 80s and the 90s, and all of the family only has one child. So right now, the only thing I can think of is just try hard, try extra hard to make money, just find a way to make money. I am never like a type who love to work for others. I want to be my own boss. So I am starting to open my own English teaching studio, but the situation is not good. Just, competition is really fierce in China, no matter which industry you're in, especially regarding teaching English, because it's pathetic. People just prefer foreign teachers, and some of them even don't have teaching techniques. They don't even study English teaching in their university, but I did. I'm like this qualified English teacher, but people still don't buy it. Yeah, competition is really fierce. And then I went to Korea. I went to Seoul in April this year, and then I realized how much I adore Korea. I started to learn Korean language on YouTube. And I was inspired by this YouTuber named Korean Oni. I think she's awesome. I really learned a lot of stuff from her. And then suddenly one day I was like, hey, why don't you teach Chinese on YouTube? Probably it's potential. And then I just did my research. I tried to look for who is teaching Chinese on YouTube. Of course, I see big channels, and then I got like inspired. I want to do it because I think I have what it takes to be this Mandarin teacher, because I am a teacher. I'm just an English teacher, but Chinese is my first language, and of course I can nail it. I can slay it. But you know, the result is not that good because I feel like some big channels have already dominated this niche. Even I was working really hard, I still don't have a lot of views. And you know, if you want to pass the threshold of monetizing your channel on YouTube, it just takes a long time now. But you know, there are always lucky people in life. Some people just really have good luck, and the time they do things is right. That's why their business can take off, or they can be successful real quick. But for me, I guess I don't belong to the type. I mean, I don't have the appearance, I don't have the body, you know, I don't have the star quality, I don't have the whole package to be a star. I feel like the only way I can do is try to work hard, work day and night, work, and just hoping that one day I can be successful. Because it really is important for me. I really need to be in a very good financial status, depending on my current situation. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get married in the future. I just don't want to think about it. It just annoys me so much, and my mom just like tell me to get married every day, and she always can switch the topic to marriage during a lot of conversations between me and her. It really annoys me. So in my opinion, the only way to make yourself strong is to be strong financially. Yeah, I guess I just have to work extra hard. But it really feels awesome to get all these things out of my chest, because I just feel like so depressed. I actually don't have many friends in real life. So don't be fooled by my presence of other videos. I was trying to be funny and everything. I mean, yeah, I am sort of humorous, but like for real, I was never a confident person. I feel always insecure, and you know, I have like a really big scar on my arm, and I have like this big scar on my leg, and there is very long stitches on my belly. And if you're interested in the story how I get all these ugly scars, probably I can do another vlog for you, and I'll sit down and lay back again to tell you a new story. But yeah, I wasn't a confident person, but anyway, I'll just keep doing my thing, and just have a little more faith in myself. I just hope people don't hate me because of who I am, or after they knowing who I am, they will stop watching my channel, and that would be the worst case scenario. I would really hate that. But anyway, regardless, I'll just keep making Mandarin teaching videos, and I hope you guys still like me, like the cute and Eddie-licious Eddie G. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to tell today. And I know this is random and my speech hasn't been organized well, but yeah, and sorry for being emotional. See you guys next time.